So, we are going to be first ever election night. My first ever election night, and oh my god, man, this was back when, it was made in August of 2019, so, it was still pretty, much like anything could still happen. Okay, let's watch.
Hello and welcome to the city.
Already awful! Lord, I was using a gaming mic, and not this new mic I'm using, which I need to get a new one because this one's not good, because I'm going to get another one. It's probably, hopefully, a lot better. But, Lord, it's awful. It's awful! God, I'm going to have to turn that down. Oh, it's so awful. Gosh. Oh, God.
We have President Donald Trump versus Hawaii Representative.
It's so cringy.
It is now 7 p.m. and we have the following state poll closings. There are 11 electoral votes will go to Donald Trump. Kentucky.
I got this offline. I was looking up, election night templates, and I found this, and then I was like, man, I mean, it's good, but, I don't like how it's all set up, so after this, I started making my own. I think I used this one or two more times, but that was about it.
Electoral votes will go to Donald Trump. Virginia is currently too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard is ahead with almost a 2-point
Oh
lead.
my god, you can barely hear me. You can just hear what's going on in the background. Ugh. Oh man, hold up. Something's going on with my...
Electoral votes will go to
I don't know
Donald
what's going
Trump.
on.
Virginia
I don't even know why there was a pause there, Oh yeah, Virginia, currently too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard has a lead in the state. It's so cringy!
Currently too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard is ahead with almost a 2-point lead.
So it's what, 1.8 or something like that? I don't know.
South Carolina now too early to call.
Yeah, people don't realize that South Carolina is usually too early to call, but I stopped doing that. Yeah, I don't know why I did this. It's useless.
The precinct then every year it's too early to call.
It's so fucking bad. Ugh!
Georgia is now too close to call. Donald Trump has a lead in the state. Vermont and their 3 electoral votes goes to Tulsi Gabbard. Missouri and their 10 electoral votes will go to Donald Trump.
That isn't even right. Missouri isn't even called in the first part. Isn't even one part of the first state's called. I don't even know why it's there.
Here's the current electoral college. 29.
It is so bad. Oh god.
Electoral vote for Donald Trump. The Indiana gubernatorial race, the winner is Eric Holcomb. Eric Holcomb wins a second term to the governorship.
It's so bad.
Amy McGrath defeats incumbent Mitch McConnell to become Kentucky senator.
Not... It's so bad. I'm going to explain why. I thought, at the time, McGrath was pulling in more people than McConnell was. And this was before Bashir won the governor race. This was before that. Literally. So, I thought she would be able to do it. Now, I think McConnell will most likely end up winning it about 4 to 6 points. But it'll be close.
Mark Warner.
Okay, so you can see, his face is all, squiggly lined around here. I was using a photo editor, a photo eraser, to erase the background because, I wanted to get that blue feeling. And I think halfway through I gave up. God.
Wins re-election in the Virginia Senate.
You can see it fucking right here. Half his, part of his face is, chucked off.
Wins re-election in the South Carolina Senate.
It's cringy.
David Perdue wins re-election in the Georgia Senate. Vermont's gubernatorial race ends with Bernie Sanders winning a independent run as governor.
Okay, I thought Bernie Sanders was going to run for governor. He was very popular. I think he was more popular than Scott. I thought he was going to do it, but probably not. This is sickening.
Missouri, Mike Parsons reelected as governor of the state. It is now 7:30. We have the following state poll closings.
I have the watermark right here. I have the watermark down there. Jesus.
Ohio, too close to call. Donald Trump has a lead in the state. West Virginia and their 5 electoral votes will go to Donald Trump. North Carolina, too close to call. Donald Trump has a lead in the state. Virginia was too close to call before, but now we have a projection. Virginia and their 13 electoral votes goes to Tulsi Gabbard. South Carolina, still too early to call. Donald Trump has a lead in the state still.
No. It would have been called by then. I'm sorry, Youngker. It would have been called by then.
Georgia, a projection from Georgia and their 16 electoral votes goes to Donald Trump. Here's the current electoral college. Donald Trump with 50 electoral votes, Tulsi Gabbard 16.
See, I gave up. You can tell because I was like, fuck it. It's too much work. I need to get done.
Capito wins re-election in the West Virginia Senate. Jim Justice re-elected as West Virginia's governor. Tom Tillis re-elected to the North Carolina Senate. North Carolina's gubernatorial race was too close to call last election cycle. It took 2 weeks before we got a call. Hopefully it won't be as long this time, but Roy Cooper is in the lead over Dan Forrest. It is now 8 p.m. and the following states have poll closings.
God.
Illinois and their 20 electoral votes goes to Tulsi Gabbard. North Dakota and their 3 electoral votes go to Donald Trump. South Dakota and their 3 electoral votes goes to Donald Trump. Kansas and their 3 electoral votes go to Donald Trump. Sorry, there's a technical error there. Oklahoma and their 7 electoral votes go to Donald Trump. Texas, too close to call. Donald Trump has a slim lead in the state.
There you go. Good job.
Michigan, too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard has a lead in the state. Pennsylvania, too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard has a lead in the state.
This is...
New Hampshire, too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard has a lead in the state. Maine, 3 out of 4 of their electoral votes go to Tulsi Gabbard. Maine's 2nd congressional district goes to Donald Trump. Rhode Island and their 4 electoral votes go to Tulsi Gabbard. Connecticut and their 7 electoral votes go to Tulsi Gabbard. New Jersey and their 14 electoral votes go to Tulsi Gabbard. Delaware and their 3 electoral votes go to Tulsi Gabbard. Maryland, her vice president's home state, and their 10 electoral votes go to Tulsi Gabbard.
People were giving me shit because I had John Delaney as their vice president. You know that? They're like, Joe White, Tulsi Gabbard would pick that guy. I was like, I think Tulsi Gabbard would pick somebody that wasn't as popular as her if she was nominated, and she would pick somebody that was a centrist, so they would have that unity. I think she would pick someone of a unity ticket. That's what I feel! I don't even think, maybe Yang or Castro, if not Delaney.
District of Columbia's, Washington, D.C. and their 3 electoral votes go to...
God, that's awful!
Alabama and their 9 electoral votes go to Donald Trump. Mississippi and their 6 electoral votes go to Donald Trump. Tennessee and their 11 electoral votes go to Donald Trump. Florida, it's too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard has a lead in the state, though there is history that the incumbent will...
don't explain it! No!
Last incumbent not win...
Oh no. Don't explain it. Oh God, that's awful.
The state was Jimmy Carter. Ohio, when they're 18 electoral... Ohio is too close to call. Donald Trump is in the lead in the state. We now have a call from the state of North Carolina with their 50 electoral...
Kill me. Please, this is awful.
votes going to Donald Trump. South Carolina, we have a call from South Carolina. Donald Trump wins their...
It should have been called before now. Oh!
9 electoral votes. Here's the current electoral college. Donald Trump, 120 electoral votes to Tulsi Gabbard's 80. Dick Durbin wins re-election in the Illinois Senate. Doug Burgum is re-elected as North
Doug
Dakota
Burgum.
governor. Mike Rounds re-elected to the South Dakota Senate. Chris Kobach elected to the Kansas Senate.
Kobach. Not Kobach. Kobach.
Jim Inhofe re-elected to the Oklahoma Senate. John Cornyn re-elected to the Texas
I've
Senate.
always liked how I say John Cornyn. I always liked it.
Gary Peters re-elected to the Michigan Senate.
I have flip-flopped on my prediction there. I now think John James will win in the Michigan Senate race.
Jayan Shaheen re-elected to the
Giant Shaheen. It's Gene Shaheen, but whatever.
New Hampshire Senate. Andrew Walensky elected as New Hampshire's new governor.
I now know Kristen Nunu is going to win this. Andrew Valinsky, I think, would be better as lieutenant governor. At least he'd win.
This is a flip from last year, from their last election cycle.
The midterms!
Susan Collins re-elected to the Senate of Maine. Sorry, there is a technical error here as well. Jack Reed re-elected to the Rhode Island Senate.
I hate when I say that. North Carolina Senate. No, it's just to the Senate. Elected to the Senate. Cory Booker elected to the Senate. Watch. Cory Booker has been re-elected to the Senate, to the U.S. Senate. Or Cory Booker has won the New Jersey Senate race. Not Cory Booker has been re-elected to the New Jersey Senate. Ah!
Cory Booker re-elected to the New Jersey Senate. Chris Coons re-elected to the Delaware Senate. John Carney re-elected as Delaware's governor. Doug Jones re-elected.
I've also flip-flopped on this. I now know that either Jeff Sessions, who I'm supporting, and Tommy Tuberville will be winning this race.
To the Alabama Senate.
Actually, I'm supporting Doug Jones. I think he's better for making unity, but that's just me. It goes Tuberville, Sessions, Jones. With Jones and Sessions, I wouldn't be mad either way. I wouldn't be mad if either one of them won, actually. It doesn't matter to me. They're all great.
Cindy Hyde Smith, re-elected to the Mississippi Senate. Lamar Alexander.
He's retiring. That information was known back then. I don't know why I didn't pay attention to that.
Re-elected to the Tennessee Senate. We have a call from the
I
North Carolina.
flip-flopped on this too. For the longest time I thought Forrest was gonna win because I thought Cooper was more unpopular than McCrory. But no, Cooper's gonna win for fuck's sake.
Governor Ray Stan Forrest is elected as North Carolina's new governor. It is now 8:30 and the following states have poll closings. Donald Trump.
Look at that smug old face.
Texas, too close to call. Donald Trump has a lead in the state. Michigan, too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard has a 0.2% lead in the state. Ohio, too close to call. Donald Trump has a lead in the state. Tulsi Gabbard has a lead in the state earlier, but now Trump has a lead.
What'd you say? The fuck?
And Florida, too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard has a lead in the state. Pennsylvania, too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard has a 0.1% lead in the state. New Hampshire and their 4 electoral votes go to Donald Trump. This is the flip for 2016, ladies and gentlemen. Donald Trump has won the state of New Hampshire and their 4 electoral votes.
Bullshit! I'm just kidding. I think Trump would still.
Here's the current electoral college. Donald Trump with 130 electoral votes. Tulsi Gabbard's 80. Tom Cotton re-elected to the Arkansas Senate. It is now 9 p.m. in the following states have.
God, when does this end?
Arizona, too close to call. Donald Trump has exactly an 11-point lead.
That would have already been called. That would have already been called there. I'm sorry, young Parker, but that would have already been called.
Colorado, Tulsi Gabbard wins their 9 electoral votes. New Mexico and their 5 electoral votes go to Tulsi Gabbard. Wyoming and their 3 electoral votes go to Donald Trump. Nebraska, 4 out of the 5 electoral votes go to Donald Trump. Nebraska's 2nd judicial district is currently too close to call. Donald Trump does have a lead in the state, however. Minnesota and their 10 electoral votes too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard has a lead in the state, a much bigger lead than what Clinton did when they first matched up back in 2016. Wisconsin and their 10 electoral votes still too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard has a 0.1% lead in the state. Louisiana and their 8 electoral votes goes to Donald Trump. New York and their 29 electoral votes go to Tulsi Gabbard. Massachusetts and their 11 electoral votes go to Tulsi Gabbard. Texas and their 38 electoral votes go to Donald Trump. This was too close to call before, but now we have a call.
My hair is too poofy.
In the state of Texas. Michigan still too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard now has a bigger lead in the state. Ohio still too close to call. Donald Trump has a lead in the state. Florida too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard is breaching the 50% point, but Donald Trump has a lead in the state. Pennsylvania too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard has a lead in the state. Donald Trump has 183 electoral votes, and Tulsi Gabbard 134. Donald Trump close to that 200 electoral vote mark. Mark Kelly elected to the Arizona Senate. John Walsh re-elected to the Colorado Senate.
Cory Gardner was the Senator Parker, not John Walsh. Fucking dumbass.
Ben Ray Lujan elected to the New Mexico Senate. Mike
Enzi is retiring, dumbass. This information was there.
Enzi re-elected to the Wyoming Senate. Ben Sasse re-elected to the Nebraska Senate. Tina Smith re-elected to the Minnesota Senate. Bill Cassidy re-elected to the Louisiana Senate. I'm still laughing at Jain Shaheen. Bill, this is a flip from 2016.
2014, dumbass.
Bill Weld is elected to the Massachusetts Senate.
I honestly thought Bill Weld was going to get enough of a good following, at least in his home state of Massachusetts, where he would win. If it was against Joe Kennedy, he would lose big time. If it was against Markey, I think he'd win by, like, less than one.
The first Republican there for a while, I assume, to be a Senate there.
Oh, stop it!
Senator there. It is now 10 p.m. and the following states have poll closings. Nevada, too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard has a lead in the state. Utah and their 6 electoral votes go to Donald Trump. Excuse me. Idaho and their 4 electoral votes go to Donald Trump. Iowa and their 6 electoral votes is too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard has a lead in the state. Montana and their 3 electoral votes go to Donald Trump. We have a call from Arizona. Their 11 electoral votes go to Donald Trump. Minnesota, and we have a call from Minnesota as well. Minnesota and their 10 electoral votes.
I think Trump would win Minnesota.
Let's go to Tulsi Gabbard. Wisconsin, too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard has a lead in the state. Michigan, too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard has a lead.
Man, look at that percentage mark in.
We have a call for Nebraska 2nd District.
I think Trump would win Nebraska 2nd District.
The 2nd District goes to Tulsi Gabbard and their 1 electoral vote. Ohio and their 18 electoral votes are now projected to go to Donald Trump. Pennsylvania is still too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard has a lead in the state. Florida and their 29 electoral votes still too close to call. Donald Trump has a lead in the state. Here's the current electoral college. Donald Trump 225 electoral votes. Tulsi Gabbard 145. Utah's governor Evan McMullin is elected to Utah.
I think Evan McMullen's running for president again.
The Utah governorship. Our second independent governor of the night.
Governorship.
Jim Risch re-elected to the Idaho Senate. Joni Ernst re-elected to the Iowa Senate. Steve Bullock, this is a flip from 2016. Steve Bullock elected to the Montana Senate.
Steve Daines is current senator, dumbass.
Mike Cooney is elected to the Montana governor spot. It is now 11 p.m. and the following states have poll closings. Washington projected to go to Tulsi Gabbard. California and their 55 electoral votes projected to go to Tulsi Gabbard. Oregon and their 7 electoral votes projected to go to Tulsi Gabbard. Hawaii, the state Tulsi Gabbard represents, and their 4 electoral votes is projected to go to Gabbard.
You need to do that again?
Nevada, we have a projection from Nevada. Nevada is projected to go to Tulsi Gabbard. Iowa is now projected to go to Donald Trump. Wisconsin still too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard has a lead in the state. Michigan still too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard has a lead in the state. Pennsylvania is now projected to go to Tulsi Gabbard. This is a flip from 2016, ladies and gentlemen. Tulsi Gabbard wins the state of Pennsylvania. Florida is now projected to go to Donald Trump. Here's the current electoral college. Donald Trump with 260 electoral votes. Tulsi Gabbard 249. Trump only needs 10 electoral votes to be re-elected as president of the United States. Jay Inslee is re-elected as Washington's governor. Jeff Merkley re-elected to the Oregon Senate.
Yeah.
It is now 1 a.m. and the following states have poll closings. Alaska is projected to go to Donald Trump. We have a projection from Wisconsin. Tulsi Gabbard projected to win the state of Wisconsin. Another flip from 2016.
State Trump needed to win. Trump needed to win that too.
Michigan is projected to go to
Yeah.
Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah.
Me. Dan Sullivan, re-elected to the Alaska Senate. Now stand by as we have one major projection. Tulsi Gabbard is the next president of the United States. Tulsi Gabbard is the 47th president of the United States of America.
46th.
The Senate, the balance of power, 50-50 between Democrats and Republicans. The Vice President-elect John Delaney will be the tiebreaker. The Democrats do have control of the Senate. We will see you come 2022.
Oh God. We got through it. We got through it. We got through it at least. That was 13 minutes of hell for me, and I'm sure for you as well. But anyway, this is the Chaotic One saying peace.